Welcome to Deseret News Rewind, the schedule video. Dusty Litster, Dane, Stewart, is always presented by Heinemann Associates, brought to you by the Utah Army National Guard and outfitted by Black Clover, our mental performance. As we continue to get bludgeoned week after week, at least I do, week after week, is brought to you by Riley Jensen Consulting. You want to know why I go see Riley? It's for videos like this.
Yeah, well, I'm on maybe one of the greatest winning streaks of all time, Dusty. Not really, but I beat you by a game this week, so I'll take that. No worries, still 3 weeks left for Dusty to come back.
He extends his lead overall, and but what happens is we got 4 people that beat us this week. Let's go gold and platinum. There's no silver and gold. There's just gold and platinum levels. The gold level in beating us this week, Nate Gambler, Greg Sterner. By the way, Greg does a great job on Centricom's calls of the games, and then we got a couple newcomers to this one. This is the Platinum Division. Emily Campbell and Clearfield Falcon, they went 10-1.
How about Clearfield? Hey, they've turned this whole thing around the last week. Nice win Friday.
Like
they beat us in picks. Keep it up, Falcons.
Yeah. Hey, if we can give you some good mojo, we'll take it. All right, we got 10 games we're picking this week. Pick against us. You beat us, we'll talk about it. Let's start in 2A. Beaver and Kanab.
Dusty, I'm not a very smart man. I can be taught, but it typically takes me a while. Taking me a while, I got Beaver.
Yeah. Normally I would go Cowboys against Beavers, but the only things that stop Beavers are dams, and they build them. So I'm going Beaver. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but that's sounded fun to say. Weber at Davis.
How about the fight from Weber this week? An impressive win over Fremont. Look, they gave up some passing yards. Didn't matter. They were able to stop them from scoring. They're going to have to do that against this Davis team. Trujillo can throw the football effectively. A little bit different because Davis has a really dynamic rushing attack as well. I'm going to go with the Darts in this one.
Yeah, Trujillo, Ferguson, and Spute. You can't dispute what they do. I'm going Davis.
Yeah.
East at Harriman.
It's going to be a pretty ticked off East team. The way that Friday night went, I feel like they're going to come ready to go. Harriman had an impressive win this last week over Jordan. It feels like maybe Harriman's starting to get things righted there. Coach Pierce, we're accustomed to this, right? Region play, they look like a different team. I think that East team's going to be motivated. They're relatively healthy. I got the Leopards with a nice bounce back.
Yeah, I agree too. I think they're going to show up in a bad mood. Yeah. I'm going East. AF at PG.
This PG team the last couple of weeks, it's been tough, right? You play Corner Canyon, play Skyridge, 2 of the better defenses. The good thing for PG is this AF defense hasn't played at that level yet. They're capable of it. Can they do it against Pleasant Grove and Clemens? I don't know. I think PG is going to find a little more success in this ball game, but I don't know that PG is going to be able to slow down Maddox Madsen, who only had, I think, 3 touchdowns this last week, and that might be a season low. I got AF.
We spent a lot of time talking about, are you scoring enough? Not stopping enough.
Yeah.
That defense has had a hard go of it lately, and Maddox Madsen sold for 30 touchdown passes. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, minus the Skyridge game, that's kind of, yeah.
I'd call that skilled.
Yeah, I'm going to go AF as well. Alta at Lehigh. This was a classic last year. You were there.
Yeah, it was. Interesting game. That one, it felt like Lehigh just kind of hung around in that ball game. I'd expect them to do the same thing here. But this Alta offense, I think, is just a little bit different this year. I think, with Randolph on the outside, and I got this Alta team defeating Lehigh.
I feel like I'm the mush for Lehigh. Anytime I pick Lehigh, it's not a good thing for Lehigh. But my love for Alta.
Yeah.
It runs deep. ALTAHAWK. I'm going Alta on that one. Snow Canyon at Pineview. That Dixie game was good. This is going to be really good.
The only 2 left undefeated teams in region play in Region 9, and it's these 2. One of the interesting things is Dixie's been atop that region for so long, and when you're a Snow Canyon team that hasn't been at that level for a sustained period of time, how much energy, emotion goes into that focus that week? Do you have a letdown the next week when things don't get any easier having to go take on the Panthers? I think they're going to be okay. I got Snow Canyon in this one. This game could go either way. That Pineview offense still scoring a lot. Hey, Snow Canyon, that defense, better be disciplined this week, but I'm going to stay with the Warriors.
We're picking way too much of the same. Yeah, because Snow Canyon's played really, really well. Coach Hasna and Pineview's doing well. All right, Pineview. I'll go Pineview on that one. Stansbury, Mountain View.
This is a really fun battle. You know, a couple weeks ago, thought this might be for the region championship. Doesn't look like that's the case anymore with Park City beating both of these two teams. Stansbury lost last week. They had a great bounce back this last week. Man, they looked just like they did. Right. I mean, they looked just like they did before Park City. Mountain View, I was surprised they gave up as many points as they did. I did not think that defense would give up this many. I think Mountain View is going to come back stronger this week. But there's no stopping Crew Huxford and Stansbury. I got the Stallions.
Yeah, I'm all Stallions too. I'm Italian. Italians go with Stallions. Young kids, please tell me you know the reference. All right, let's go, we'll save that one.
Yeah.
Ridgeline and Green Canyon.
Yeah, interesting matchup here, Dusty. Both these two teams, we talked about the quarterbacks. We expect to have big years this year. They have so far. Offense has been able to score. Ridgeline, remember, they held Skyview to, what, 14 points in that ball game? They've shown they can compete with the best. Can the Riverhawks pull this off? Yeah, they could. But I'm going to go with Green Canyon. I'm going to take Lundeen. We'll get that right here in our schedule video, and the Wolves.
Yeah, Caden Cox and Ridgeline, I think they'll be just fine. I'm going with the Riverhawks.
All right.
Didn't have anything funny to say there. All right, let's go. 2 games, 2 big ones.
Yeah.
Rematch of the 5A state championship game, Orem at Timpview.
I'll tell you this. Timpview, to me, looked like the Timpview we kind of have been expecting against Lehigh, right? They get out 28-0 in that ball game. It feels like Amavea feeling a little bit more comfortable. To me, the big question is that running attack, right? And can Timpview establish that run game against Orem? I saw Orem early in the year. I love their defensive front. I'm going to go with the Tigers in this one, though, to be able to slow down that Timpview offense. I think that Orem defense shows up. There's going to be extra motivation here for Orem as well. I got the Tigers in a game that I think is really close.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. How long and how hard can you ride a motion? But not that. You lost to Orem twice last year.
Yeah.
They're not losing to them a third time.
All right.
Timpview. Might have been better for me to pick against them because they wouldn't show up last week.
Orem is healthy. I mean, they've had a couple weeks off without a game. Yeah. They've had weeks to plan for this one.
Couple of games, out of rhythm. That's what I'm telling myself.
We'll see.
But I got to make up some ground on Dane, too.
I know.
That's the other part. All right, here is the game of the week on Deseret News Rewind. Lone Peak, Skyridge.
Oh, man. Count me in. I am so excited for this ball game.
Skyridge has won the regular season matchups.
Yep.
Lone Peak has won the one postseason matchup.
Yeah, and that's what happened last year. Dusty, you know, that Skyridge team got him a regular season. Playoffs, it looked like a different story, and that was when that Lone Peak defense really just hunkered down and did not allow teams to score. This is a different Skyridge offense. They've shown that week after week after week. Dusty, you had a comment last week that you don't know if you'll pick against Skyridge except for maybe one game. I don't think this is your game. I might try to force you into this being your game because I'm going with the Falcons. Mark told me to pick them. I'm picking them. I got Skyridge.
You're forcing me. I got to make up games. This is everyone. I think Lone Peak learned a lot about themselves in that Corner Canyon game. That Corner Canyon offense, look, it's just a different animal.
Yeah,
and you're going to have to deal with different things. And they shot themselves in the foot. Skyridge is really good. They were really, really big. And there's a couple other things that might be coming too. I want to gain a game on you, but I just can't do it. I'm going McKay Hillstead and the Falcons. I think this is going to be close. This is going to be good. But I can't make it all up in 1 week.
Yeah.
Can't do it. I got to inch my way there.
Here's the thing for me, if you're Lone Peak, and maybe this is bulletin board material, you know, do what you want with it. I don't know that this Skyridge defense is going to allow the big play. So you got to find a way to move that ball consistently, drive after drive after drive, because those big plays we've seen from Lone Peak, the deep balls, the secondary for Skyridge is good.
Yeah. Didn't have those in the game against Corner Canyon either. So it's going to be very interesting to watch what happens here. But Skyridge, hit us up with your picks. You beat us. We'll talk about it. We'll give you some love here on the show. And we've really enjoyed all the interaction. We've watched it get bigger and bigger every single week. But for Vince Francis and Dane Stewart, I'm Dusty Litster. Thanks for joining us watching Deseret News Rewind, the schedule video.